Ken's laughing at me right now. I have him make up these blacks and June bugs, and here I'm going with the translucent color. I mean, it's unbelievably clear in here at times and calm, and little tiny vortexes and very real clear baits. Ken, I'm your little teacher's pet. I'm on board, brother. I'm on board. Yes, that's right.
Your weedless swim bait designs are kind of like Texas rig, where you have to rip a hook through plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And the weedless design that I have, there's an air pocket that's perfectly formed in the bait, and it collapses around the hook, opposed to having to pull the hook through solid, soft plastic.
All right, good afternoon from the monkey box. Wanted to just go over a few things. So the grass minnow and the weedless shad, each bait has its own, kind of vortex it gives off, different weight. I'm really liking the grass minnow. Just catches fish hands down. Sometimes, just small keeper fish. Size may not be excellent at times, but I'm talking catches fish on this lake. The grass minnow flat out gets a lot of bites and catches fish. Lake Okeechobee is an excellent place to test out weedless swim baits. I'll go out and catch 20, 30, 40 keeper sized fish, some of them small, some of them pretty decent. The grass minnow is just a fish catcher. It's one of those baits my co-anglers see, and the swim is so subtle, the vortex coming from that tail, most of my co-anglers don't even think the bait is doing anything. So let me give you some basics. So the weedless shad and the grass minnow, 964 Loomis, long, lightweight, 8-footers. Watch how I cast. It's a long whip cast. I can get a lot of distance. The wind's at my back. I'm gonna be fishing down that way. How you set up is really important, but throw with the wind at your back. I kind of mix and match baits. In the heavier wind, I can throw the weedless shad a little further. These baits will sail on you, but that's just part of having a flat-sided bait that's got realism involved in it. So just learn how to cast it, and you'll be fine. But also pay attention to the hook set. Just a real constant sweep set. Not jacking them, not jerking them, but I really believe that the water temperature is about. Let me look. Maybe 61, 62. It's on a warming trend, which is, important. But I'm going to be shocked if I can't get some bites in this area. I'm in the monkey box, right in the heart of the box. I got a bunch of dollar pads and lily pads, sunken hydrilla, but just black, good-looking water. I believe in a long, slower action parabolic rod for braided line swim bait fishing. I can make long casts and generate a lot of force and maintain it when it comes to a hook set. See that rod bow up like that? I don't get this fish. That's the idea.
You learn how to use it properly, you can literally throw it through just about anything.
Yeah. Now that's a better grass minnow fish. You get 5 like that, be all right. It's on the the clear smoke kind, but look at that fish. Not bad, right? Maybe 2.5. Weedless shad. Okeechobee, sun going down. Braided line fishing. You know, to me these weedless baits are just made for Okeechobee shallow grass fishing. But you can get some better bites, and they're off. I mean, the water temperature is 62, 63, it's warming back up, but the fish are still not active, but this is a good way just to get some bites. I know I got you looking in the sun and it's hard to see, but you know, fishing this grass minnow, you know, grass fishing is a lot like reservoir fishing in that if you pay attention to the grass, see how there's a point or a grass line? If you pay attention to it's not all the same. It's not, you know, it can be overwhelming grass fishing, but if you look at it as points and pockets and little, you know, deep channels and boat cuts and stuff, it fishes really similar to like a normal reservoir where you're fishing reefs and high spots and whatever. You just got to pay attention to the grass and not just let it be a big, you know, sloppy mess. Pay attention to the points and the pockets. That's where the fish are. I was remembering that this is one of the few times I actually get into the side of my Corrado. I take off the side plate and move the magnets out, 2 magnets on opposing sides of each other, just to slow the spool down while you're doing these whip casts. Excuse me. It just helps out. You know, you're throwing a little bait, 8-foot rod and braid, just take those magnets out and let her rip, and you won't have any backlashes with your braid. There ain't no good in an evil-hearted woman, and I ain't cut out to be no Jesse James. Damn, shooting them up around here. Like, notice how I store these things. Don't hook your bait like, you know, don't hang it on your guide or on your reel using that hook. It'll mess with how the bait swims. So just wrap it around your reel handle. And that's a real good way to store your weedless grass baits, all of them. Sucker? Sucker? I think he is. Dude, you can't hook fish on the weedless baits. I can't figure it out. I rip them and I swing and I just can't catch them. Pressure sets, braid, slow, 8-foot, lightweight, 9.6 faux BBR. Yes! These baits will catch any species, anywhere, any time of year. You just have to learn how to throw them. Ken Huddleston engineers his swim baits with tails that produce a vortex to match the swim signature, in the case of the grass minnow and the weedless shad, a bait fish. Understand the 6-inch weedless trout is a miniaturized version of the best swimming bait known to bass fishing, the 8-inch Huddleston Deluxe. This is the bait that's fooled more fish over 15 pounds than any bait in history. But don't be surprised that there's yellow perch, black, green pumpkin, June bug, watermelon red, and other colors besides trout. 6-inch candy bars. Six-inch weedless. Woo. Jacked it, man. Jacked it. That gets me psyched because that's the third one of these I caught today. Just like that. Killing it now. Killing it. That's the extra weedy version. No, really, this is a watermelon red. You hear a lot about on like Okeechobee, Toho, Kissimmee, you know, guys like dead stick and watermelon flukes, watermelon red, whatever, watermelon seed. But I mean, dude, that's a full-bodied bait. Corrado, super free, 80-pound braid, boom. Kind of like a the eelgrass ends and the hydrilla starts. Kind of a mix of grasses, but the outside edge this year seems to be better. But this is the black color. It's got a white bottom, which I like, just to break up the same tone. And I've got a little rattling going on in there. The quite ruckus rattling tail from Ken Huddleston rocking. You can glue a glass rattle into the tail of a 6-inch weedless trout. Push it in there, glue it shut, you're good to go. My bait's all tied up, 6-inch hudfish. Not a giant, not gonna lie, but it's cold, 58-degree water. Moving a swim bait, 80-pound braid. You know, having fun with it, so that's cool. Golly bum. How about that? 6-inch weedless. Huddy fish. Huddy in Florida, bro. What do you think?